first step is to rotoscope your footage, and you can use Rotobrush, Runway, Mocha. Choose whatever tool you prefer. And I actually ended up using Rotobrush for this tutorial. Let me solo this layer, and this is my roto layer. Now, amigos, you don't have to rotoscope the entire clip. You can just rotoscope the sections where you'll be adding the ghost trail. If you pre-plan a little bit beforehand, you can save yourself a lot of time. And let's go through the footage, and when he speeds up, that'll be the first section where we'll add the ghost trail, and it'll be starting at 106. Let's set the in point, and it'll stop right here at 2 seconds. Let's trim the out point, and let's make a copy of this layer. Control D, Command D. I'll readjust the out and the in point, and let's take a look. Here, when he speeds up again, let's add another ghost trail. So we'll start at 312, and we'll end it right here at 4. Let's make it 418. So let's trim the out point right at 418. To add the ghost trail is simple. It is using effect from time called echo, and some of you may be familiar with the echo. Now, echo has several parameters, and we'll be using most of these parameters. Now, you can have the echo go negative or positive. That means that if you have it negative, you'll be using the frames that comes before your CTI, and if you have it positive, you'll be using the frames that comes after your CTI. So think of negative as Back to the Future, and positive, you're looking at the frames into the future. For this example, let's leave this value at minus 0.03. And the number of echoes, let's bump it to 10. And let's go down to the echo operator composite in front. And for the decay, let's make it 0.75. And if you look at the number of echoes, I think 10 is a good value for this example, and the decay 0.75. And with 0.75, you start to fade them out. And be patient, because the echo effect on top of your Rotobrush could be a little demanding, so it could take a little while to do a RAM preview. And you can see that it's looking good, but we need to fade it out at the end. So what we'll do is right here at 120, go to the decay. Let's add a keyframe. Hit U on the keyboard to see this keyframe, and at 2, let's go down to 0. All right, this is looking good. Let's do the same thing for the next layer. Let's add the echo effect. This time, let's make it positive. Let's make it 0.15. Let's give it 3 for the number of echoes. And for the echo operator, let's composite in front. And again, the decay, let's make it 0.75. And let's take a look. Okay, let's fade out the decay, add a keyframe, hit U on the keyboard to see the keyframe, and let's make this 0. Let's check it out. Perfect. So that's it. That's a ghost trail. Now, to make it look how I had it in the example, let's add a black and white filter to the footage. Let's go ahead and go to the effect menu, color correction, black and white. Let's give it more contrast. Let's go back. Let's go to levels, and let's crush the levels. What we'll do is let's make a copy of these 2 layers. This one, let's rename it to Echo. Make a copy, Control D or Command D. And for the copy, let's call it Roto. And let's delete the echo effect. And the same thing for the second Rotobrush. Let's call it Echo, Echo 2. And let's make a copy, Control D, Command D. And this one, call it Roto 2. And for this one, let's delete the echo effect. So what we have is this roto will only contain the roto layer, and this one will contain the echo. Now let's go to the black and white and the levels, Control C, Command C to copy these effects. Let's go to the roto and let's paste it. And let's paste it. Now we can add color to our echo. And to add color, what we'll do is use the tritone. And we'll work with the midtones. Let's give it a color. And let's animate the midtones over time. Click on the stopwatch. Hit U to see the keyframe. And let's move the CTI. Let's make this a different color. And then we can eventually go back to gray. So let's check it out. And that's how you can give it a color. And let's do the same thing for the second echo, tritone. And let's go to the midtones. Let's add a keyframe for the midtones. Hit U on the keyboard so we can see the keyframe. And then over time, let's change the color. And then eventually we'll go to gray. So that is it, amigos. That is how you can use the echo to create this ghost trail and using tritone to give it some color, some pop. And remember that life is truly a gift. Make it count.